Greetings. Bonjour. Anin. Hola. Hello. And happy equinox. Thank you for joining us today. The broadcast will actually begin with performers at about 11 minutes past 1. And we're live today from the heart of Turtle Island, Winnipeg, Manitoba. I'm in studio, and I'm about to welcome my fantastic and lovely co-host, Maggie. So we're going to bring another lovely guest up onto the screen. Maggie, hello. She's just connecting. We've got an incredible program for you today. Just a small portion of what you're going to see is live, and that will be some of our hosting. The live draw, of course, for everyone who's registered through Eventbrite. And these links that you're looking at us through on Facebook and on YouTube, you can go ahead and share them with your friends and family. Because it's a free event, you needn't be registered to share with us today. And once Maggie joins us, I can share something else very exciting that we just learned this morning that is special to this live broadcast. So let's see if we've got Maggie now. Good morning, Maggie. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are
Hello.
you?
It's so good to see you. I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing very well, thank you. Just have to adjust this
Good.
camera a little bit. Yes.
Can you imagine, Maggie, the last time that we stood together and shared the hosting for this event? It was an incredibly hot, beautiful day, and we were at Turtle Island Community Center,
Turtle Island.
and we were
Yes, I
outdoors. The
remember.
sun was shining, the
Hmm.
kids were playing,
Yes,
the grass was
that's
green.
right.
It's
Yeah,
very different circumstances that we find ourselves in this year, but I'm so grateful to be able to join with you to do this.
I'm so grateful, and it's my pleasure to join you again. Awesome. I'm excited, and I can't wait for it to
Yes.
start.
You know, when we were thinking about which day that we would choose for this broadcast, we looked ahead on the calendar. This was weeks ago, and we just said, oh, how about, the clocks will have gone back. How about the 21st? Then we saw that it was
Yes,
equinox. And in that time, we've learned, of course, there's many more auspicious reasons why this day is so beautiful to be coming together. I know when I woke up this
right.
morning, I was reading a bit of Hafiz. It's World Poetry Day. That was one
Yes,
thing. And it's
that's
also
right.
it's an international day today too, Maggie, isn't it?
Yes,
It's the International Day for the Elimination of Discrimination and Racism, and
and
I
racism.
couldn't think of of another more powerful reason to be inviting all of the beautiful cultures and communities and friends and family that we have living around us here in community to join with us today. That was, I
Yeah,
think,
actually, the book.
one of the surprise joys in coming together for this
Hmm.
day. On the old calendar of Europa, it's also Ostara, which is, it has to do with the beginning of the new year, which is, when we recognize spring and equinox, the equal parts of light and dark, and that everything is waking up right now. The trees are beginning to have their sap, the roots are starting to awaken, and, we would, in times when we were more connected to the earth, and even perhaps in these coming times, people who are thinking about
Yes.
gardening and growing food and connecting to the land that way, it's a time to get the seeds ready. It's a time to prepare the soil.
Yes. That's right. Yeah. And Christian, I was going to say actually the whole week is being for the elimination of racism and discrimination. So the
Yes.
city of Winnipeg libraries have different signs, like lawn signs that you can put it on your lawn, by your house or your office, telling people racism is not welcome here. They have different titles that you can pick from. I understand that the lawn signs are a bit limited, but people can visit their local libraries and have that, and also participate in eliminating racism. Can you imagine what our world would be without racism? So I'm glad we're celebrating this event, that we are mingling and we are being together as indigenous and multicultural. Wonderful day. Yes.
Yes, Maggie, you
Yeah.
bring up a very good point there. It's not just one day that we should be striving towards the elimination of discrimination and racism, and maybe not even a whole week, but in our lifetimes and in, every day. So yes, that those signs are available and that we can declare in our homes and in our workplaces that we have an all-inclusive zone. I think that's part of what the work of White Buffalo Spiritual Society in presenting these multicultural gatherings has been. We've had,
That's right.
I think, at least 4 or 5 years of doing the live events. We began at Odina Circle in the Forks, and certainly our elder Calvin Pompana has been doing this work for decades. But
Yes.
coming together in this format of the multicultural gathering, we began those
Mhm.
first few years at Odina Circle, and then we were outdoors at the Freight House, did a very beautiful
Freight
program
House.
there. And then
That's right.
the last live
Turtle
program
Island.
we did was at Turtle Island, yes.
Turtle Island.
So
Yes.
yeah, we've got a few minutes before we begin the programming at 1:11. So just a
11.
little bit of housekeeping. I'll say again that you can tune in from whichever platform works the best from your device at home, whether that's our YouTube channel or the Facebook group, and you can share directly from those. Of course, everyone who registered through Eventbrite, which is somewhere in the neighborhood of 250, 300 people, those are all the people whose names were put into the draw. So that's one of the things, Maggie, that you and I have the pleasure of doing today is the live draw.
Yes. At the end of the program.
So that will be exciting. We have the live draw and we have the beautiful sculptural piece created by Métis Cree artist Michael Many Eagles, carved especially for this event. And there's also a gift voucher
That's
that
right.
goes with that. And I guess just as we prepare to
Yeah.
go toward the
Yeah.
programming,
Everybody
the
needs to know about it. It is a soapstone piece. The
yes.
soapstone piece. So if you are waiting, yes, you will finally find out what it is. Yeah. And it's
Indeed.
beautifully sculpted. Yes, yes.
And
Okay.
it's sculpted from, if I'm correct, knowing some work from this artist, it's our
Mhm.
local central to Canada soapstone too. So this is very, very special stone that comes from the Canadian Shield, from right here in the center of North America. The other piece of exciting news that we can add for everyone today, Maggie, is that you and I
Yes.
will host some questions and answers on behalf of our elder, Calvin Pompana.
Clever
Calvin is going to
Pupana.
join us live
Yeah.
at the conclusion of all the dance programs. So if
Yes.
people want to comment through the Facebook live stream, or through the YouTube stream, we can see
Sure.
those comments, we can see those questions, and when our elder joins us live at the conclusion of today's programming, we can have some back and forth with him. So that's something
That's
that
right.
is just been added today. We had a test
Yes.
run this
Yeah.
morning, and hello, Calvin.
Okay.
Hello, Suzanne. I know they're at home watching and ready to share in the joy of seeing this program.
Yes. Great.
So, with just 1 minute, Maggie, I
Mhm.
can ask you. I know I heard from some of the dancers and friends here. They were so excited to come together that it had been, 12 months, 16 months, sometimes longer that people had before they had been able to put their costumes on and put their regalia on and celebrate and
Yes.
dance. What have you heard back from your friends in the community who participated?
Yes. Um, I spoke to one of the ladies. Yeah, Jennifer Chan is her name. She's one of the school trustees in Winnipeg. Yes, and this pandemic has affected everyone. So, I mean, as usual, like the loneliness, the lack of a job, the sadness. I mean, all the other things that we all know. So it's affected all the performers, and so today they are so pleased that they can put on their costumes and join in this wonderful program. So yeah, this is a good day.
Yes, there was a lot of joy and a lot of laughter and a lot of gratitude and relief that we heard from people. This has been about 3.5 weeks in the making that we have carefully seen our performers come one by one into the studio and share with us their gifts, their artistry, and I think we've reached the magical time of 1:11. So gather your family
Yes.
around the screen and let's begin to see this first
Okay.
segment of our
Yes.
presentation.
I'd like to honor the offerings that are made here, like the sage, the cedar, the wike, and the tobacco, and also to honor the Seagull staff that stands here, and also to the Eagle fans that people use, and also to the bonnets that are used. They're peace bonnets. Peace bonnets. I'm going to say a prayer that honors our people of the four cardinal directions, the universe, Mother Earth, to the Sun, grandfather the Sun, and our grandmother the Moon, and also it is said that we became from the star people, so we're going to honor the Chankpi Oyate. That means star people. I'd like to ask the Creator and all the elements of the four cardinal directions and those teachings that are here on Mother Earth come from the four cardinal directions. Hata o kantaka tukashida. Apetug de kutkia hintuiga. Oyate tuktedum kasta uata wan chakapo. Ugade wokaska tibul edumish wazaka tibet mukaba. Ishma kochak de la kan katek mani umpia. Niwa kan ish pajita siche gibai shapia. Anawata wan chakapo. Hata o kantaka tukashida. Apetug de. Oyata de waza ko tak in hamani kumpir. Waza kevina ichuba yecherach bevo kanta kashida. Hata kanta kashida apetek de. Oyata sapa bashaba khiba skabdana. Sapa ba shaba khiba skabdana. Watan wan chakapo kanta kashida. Pejirta top the now why you wash the po. Hachada Isha Ako de Hochaka Hechat Iat Kaba. What check yet to the. I'm going to try and interpret what I said in my own language. We honor the four cardinal directions. We honor the universe. We honor our grandfather, the sun, grandmother, the moon, and the stars from where we're told that we came from. And we also honor Mother Earth.
Hello, my name is Erin O'Kranick, and with me I have Bradley Longbottom. We are going to be playing The Day the Donkey Ran Away into Harvest Home, and this is an Irish style tune, just one of the many different types of fiddle styles here in Manitoba. We have many different cultures in Manitoba, and music is what brought all of these cultures together. So thank you so much for having us, and here we go.
Hello everyone, my name is Kofiman. I'm from Accra, Ghana. Accra is the capital city and Ghana is a country. And you all know Africa is a continent. Now over here, I have Madame Leben here to accompany me. I'm going to do a song from Ghana, and it's Kumbele Kumbele. Kumbele was a great warrior, young boy. One day, Kumbele decided to go to the jungle, study from the animals in the jungle, what they eat and what they drink, and how they move from trees to trees. His ideas was to get all the movement from the animals in the jungle, to put it together to create African dances for me and you. Olden days in the jungle, all the animals in the jungle, they used to speak one language until that day the boy went there. All the animals, they were all upset and they all began to scream. Now you're all going to imitate me. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Ooh, 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 ooh. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Ooh, 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 ooh. What? What? And then the jungle came live. And then this poor boy began to scream. Mama, ni go, go, say na ni go. Mama, le, go, say na ni go, 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 go. Go, say na ni go, Mama, le, go, say na ni go, 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 go. Then a beautiful day came. And that is why today we have African dances. That means 60% of African dances is by the nature. And the 40% is by me and you. Everyone, enjoy it.
For sure.
Hello, my name is Alan Owen. I'm here today to represent my country, Cymru, Wales, with Danswyr Gwerin yr Afon Goch, the Welsh Red River folk dancers. And we, to the best of our knowledge, we are the only Welsh dancers in the whole of North America. So Welsh folk dancing was very popular back in the day, as with music, and but it was lost, and it was frowned upon, and in particular, I think the church at the time in Wales did not believe that dancing was a good thing for people. So it was lost over the years, and there was a resurgence over the last 30 or 40 years with clog dancing in particular. And these clog dances were found in the church halls, written down on scraps of paper, and it was only really the work of 3 or 4 people that gathered all of this information and put the folk dances back together again. And now you'll see them being performed at the Welsh National Cultural Event and Competition, and that is called the Eisteddfod, and the National Eisteddfod runs every year in Wales. Next year it will be at Tregaron, actually the town I went to school in, so that'll be very nice. And what else can we say about dancing here? Right now I'm going to play you a tune, it's called Rally, and this one it's actually an example of a Welsh Morris.
My name is Speedy Man， 我個名係叫文以麗，我打嘅鼓係叫日本鼓。Thank you for having me tonight. My drum is called taiko. It's traditional Japanese drum, and it's said that the drum represents the sound of the womb, and the round shape represents oneness. And so I'm going to be offering a song in Chinese that is called Universal Love, and then a drumming piece called The Ocean of Pearl. It's about the vastness of a tiny little being.
Oh my goodness, what a joy to see our sister Phoebe give that offering of a song. There's a lot of people who've just been joining us online during that first segment. So, Maggie, I'm glad you're back with us. I'd like to take a moment and kind of re-welcome everyone, because I can see from our live views on Facebook and our live views on YouTube that we've had many people join up since we started the program. So, Maggie, maybe you can just take a moment to welcome everyone again, and let's reintroduce everything that we're doing this afternoon.
Yes, thank you very much, Christian. Hi, my name is Maggie Yaboa. I come from Ghana, West Africa, and I'm representing ACOMI, the African Communities of Manitoba, Inc. I'm co-hosting this event with Christian Andrews, one of the backbone of this event, together with Melissa Atkins and Tracy. We stand here to thank Elder Calvin Pompana so much for the All Nation Multicultural Power celebration today. Okay, this is with collaboration with the White Buffalo Society, which is chaired by Elder Calvin Pompana. Yeah, we are so pleased. Just to let you know, the White Buffalo Spiritual Society brings together indigenous and multicultural groups to share teachings and traditional ceremonies. Also, the White Buffalo Society also provides traditional indigenous spiritual activities to promote healing and prosperity. We are glad that you joined us today, and we hope you've enjoyed the first segment already. Okay, so we thank you all for being on this event today. This is a virtual event celebrating, and despite what the whole world is going through with this pandemic, we are pleased and that we are able to host an event like this that people can sit in their homes. Okay, so just remember, we're trying to bring or celebrate this Canada cultural, ethnic, linguistic, and geographical diversity, and also to create a sense of pride and belonging to Canada. Isn't that amazing? So I'm going to call again on Christian. Take it away from me here, and everybody relax and enjoy the next two segments that we have for you today.
Thank you so much, Maggie. It's really nice to just be reminded of the spirit that has brought us all together for this. It's thanks to the funding of the government of Canada that we were able to bring this program together. And even just the very roots of the word recording. It used to be that a recording was a record of an event, of something that was live. And while we have done these in past years as all day long events with ceremony and, pipes being lifted and prayers offered and food shared and all of this sort of thing, I mean, this year has taught us that we have to really fortify our spirits to come together in ways that are still meaningful and to share in the things that bring us joy and the things that generate love and healing. And this kind of coming together in a virtual recording, a virtual record of the dance and the songs and the stories is it's just something special. It's new for a lot of us. I know for me, this is this whole way that we're doing it is kind of new. And, just as a word of housekeeping, I mean, when you're listening at home, you're going to hear little things that are live in studio. You're going to hear the old pipes in this 100-year-old building that we recorded in. You're going to hear little bits and pieces of things because it's been a live capture of the joy and the celebration of our artists coming together again. So maybe we should see another segment. I see that we've got many more people that have joined us online, and we're going to be able to hear questions and comments from those live streams to talk with our elder at the end of the programming. We're going to be doing the live draw at the end of the programming as well. But for now, let's tune in again and see.
You miss, yeah.
Yes.
Just in case you miss, the winning prize today, as Christian shared from the beginning, is a beautiful soapstone piece carved especially for this event by Michael Many Eagles. So stay tuned. Thank you.
Go right. Yes, here we go.
Where I come from in Nigeria, storytelling is used to convey information, to share knowledge, and to entertain sometimes, especially among the Yoruba. 'Cause I'm Yoruba, and where I come from, it's not unusual in the evenings to find the elders sitting on a chair or a bench like this, telling stories to children sitting on mats. Stories include clapping, singing, drumming, and it's a very involved thing. So I'm going to tell you a story. It's one that you're familiar with, so you'll be able to follow along. This is the story of the hare and the tortoise. A long time ago, there was not enough in the land for all to eat. Whoever got to the food first got fed. And the hare, being very fast, always got to the food first. The tortoise could never compete. There was no way the tortoise was going to get to the food before the hare. So all the tortoise had left were the leftovers and the scraps. The animals started to complain. And one day, they called the hare and told him, "You always get to the food first and you eat everything, nothing for us." And the hare, this pompous self, said, "Well, I'm faster and I can get to the food first. And whoever gets to the food first, eats the food." That's no way for the tortoise to have any food. As if that is not enough, the hare says, "Well, let's have a competition. Whoever wins this competition gets to get the food first." The tortoise says, "What kind of competition?" And the hare, of course, wants a race. The tortoise thought about it. There's no way I'm going to win a race against the hare. But, okay, let's have a race. And so one day, all the animals gathered around, and there was going to be a race. And the hare, of course, was the first to get there. The tortoise finally made it to the start line, and the elephant, the starter, blew his trumpet. Doo-doo! And the race started. Zoom! The hare was gone, and the tortoise was barely starting. When the hare looked behind and saw, "There's no one behind me, I can't see the tortoise," he decided to take a break, and he had a snooze. Just about when he woke up, he saw the tortoise go by. How could that be? The hare jumps onto his feet. Pshum! Again, he's gone. Looks behind again, doesn't see the tortoise, and decides he's going to have another little nap. The hare takes a nap, wakes up again to see the tortoise going by, jumps back on his feet, ran. And the third time this happens, he feels he had left enough distance between him and the tortoise. There's no tortoise behind me. I'm going to take a nice long rest. I can see the finish line. So the hare sleeps. And when he wakes up, he sees the tortoise close to the finish line. What's going on here? He jumps up on his feet, ran as fast as he could, but the tortoise won. And all the animals were shouting and they were joyful. And the hare gets to the finish line, barely able to breathe. He couldn't believe what just happened. And suddenly, from all the bushes, all these tortoises gathered together. They all looked the same, and they were high-fiving one another. And the hare realizes what had happened. But just about the time he was going to collapse, he says, "Tortoise, tortoise." And he fell to the ground. The tortoise were rejoicing. They had won the race. You see, every story has a moral. By working together, the tortoise won the race. But the hare, depending on his own strength, lost the race. But that's not all. You see, when the hare was crying that he lost the race, the tortoise gathered around him and with their short arms over his shoulder, comforted him and welcomed him into their group because they had compassion. And from that day, there was enough for every animal in the land because they now shared everything together. That is the end of the story. Thank you.
Kapag nariyan ka, bumabagal ang ikot ng mundo. Hindi kita dapat ginugusto, pero natutugso. Ano man ang sabihin nila, hindi kita ipagkakaila, pagkat ikaw lang ang minamahal ko, o aking diwata. Aking diwata, ikaw pinakamaganda. Pag pinagmamasang kita para namamalikmata. Aking diwata, manghinala, di makapaniwala na nakita na ang pinakamakina na talagang hiwaga. Walang katapal, pag pwede pinagbabal, ipaglalaban ka sapagkat ikaw lang ang minamahal ko, o aking diwata. Naalala ko pa nung una ka masinayang, nahihinayang gustong kita kausapin makilala sa balat may kaba, kaya nahihinayang sinayang anak katadhang tadhana. Karapat dapat nga ba na magkandara pa sa isang prinsesa na may delikadesa? Kesa sa ganon, baka sakaling game ka maging reyna. Date tayo o ikaw at ako, ni pa rin natin at ibang iba pati ng mundo. Tuma pa rin kahit sabing hindi tayo bagay, kasi tao tayo si maragsa malumanin kung sa bagay. Karangalan kong alagaan at pahalagahan ang natural mong kagandahan. Aminan ko man o hindi ka pa nasa paligid ka, pasipin lang humingiti sa nakakutamaan. Ganang ikot ng mundo, hindi kita dapat ginugusto, pero natutugso. Ano man ang sabihin nila, hindi kita ipagkakaila, pagkat ikaw lang ang minamahal ko, o aking diwata. Aking diwata, ikaw ang pinakamaganda. Pag pinagmamasang kita para namamaligmata. Aking diwata, manghinala, di makapaniwala. Nakita na ang pinakamakina na talagang duwaga, walang katapal. Pag pinagbabaw, ipaglalaban ka sapagkat ikaw lang ang minamahal ko, o aking diwata. Hanggang sa nagkakilala muli at munti ka na ikilala munti patumiglo na para makahiya nalakas loob dyan sa kaliwa. Ang daming pumapila Daig pa MRT, private sa pag-ibig, mas gabi pag less than 3. Ano sagot? Pwede mo kong tanongin. May tanong ako sa'yo, pwede mo kong sagutin. Sana o na lang din, subukang abutin. Panaginip lang kita, kaya gusto kong antokin. Oro sa maghawak kamay, baka bigla kong alukin. Walang hiling na kapalit, gusto lang kita mahalin. O, ikaw ang lagi na ginais makapiling. Hindi Mayra kalala, kundi Maria makiling. Pinipining, napakaganda. Gas mo na wagas, samahan mo ko sa batayang mangarap na mataas. Bagal ang ikot ng mundo. Hindi kita dapat ginugusto, pero natutukso. Ano man ang sabihin nila, hindi kita ipagkakaila, pagkat ikaw lang ang minamahal ko o aking diwata. Nung nakita ko siya, hindi makapaniwala. Sa taglay mong ganda, tinamaan din ako. Teka, bakit ganito? Ba't napaparap ako? Diba sabi ko sa'yo, huwag mo na akong isama. Para ko nasilaw sa kasama mo diwata. Ngayon alam ko na ba't kasiraan ka ng ulo. Napapakanta ka na lang na parang ganito. Kapag nariyan ka, bumabagal ang ikot ng mundo. Hindi kita dapat ginugusto, pero natutukso. Ano man ang sabihin nila, hindi kita ipagkakaila, pagkat ikaw lang ang minamahal ko o aking diwata. Aking diwata, ikaw pinakamaganda. Pag pinagmamasakit kita, parang namamaligmata. Aking diwata, manghinala, di makapaniwala. Nakita na ang pinakamakina na talagang tuwaga, wala katapat. Bagabit ipinagbabaw, ipaglalaban ka sapagkat ikaw lang ang minamahal ko o aking diwata.
Hi, I'm Samia Dakshinamorti. I'm from the Manohar Performing Arts of Canada Dance Company here in Winnipeg, and I am offering an item in the Bharatanatyam style of classical Indian dance. Bharatanatyam is from the south of India, and it incorporates rhythm, arm movements, leg positions, and mime, storytelling, with facial expressions and hand gestures to tell a story or to communicate the meaning of a poem or a piece of music. The piece of music that I am offering today is Bilbashtakam, the prayer of the leaf. Bilbashtakam is an ancient Sanskrit hymn to the bilva leaf. The story goes that once upon a time there was a hunter. He was lost in the forest and was beset by demons. To save himself and to preserve his sanity, he plucked leaf after leaf from his tree that he was hiding in. But dropping the leaves did more than preserve his sanity and preserve his courage. It taught him that being part of nature, that finding that you and the tree and the leaf are all one and the same part of the same creation, gives a power great enough to fight any demon. Bilbashtakam is that prayer that says, greater than a pilgrimage to the top of a huge mountain, greater than offering your body weight in gold, greater even than marriage, greater than a fire sacrifice, the greatest power of all is this one leaf. So the gesture that I show in offering the leaf recurs in this Sanskrit hymn over and over. The prayer of the leaf is Bilbashtakam. Namaste.
त्रिदलं त्रिगुणाकारं त्रिनेत्रं च त्रियायुधं त्रिजन्म पापसंहारम् एकबिल्वं शिवार्पणम् त्रिशाखै बिल्वपत्रैश्च अच्छिद्रै कोमलै शुभै तव पूजां करिष्यामि एकबिल्वं शिवार्पणम् कोटिकन्या महादानं तिलपर्वतकोटयः काञ्चनं शैलदानेन एकबिल्वं शिवार्पणम् काशीक्षेत्रनिवासं च कालभैरवदर्शनम् प्रयागे माधवं दृष्ट्वा एकबिल्वं शिवार्पणम् इन्दुवारे व्रतं स्थित्वा निराहारो महेश्वरः नक्तं हौष्यामि देवेश एकबिल्वं शिवार्पणम् रामलिङ्गप्रतिष्ठा च वैवाहितकृतं तथा तटाकानि च सन्दानम् एकबिल्वं शिवार्पणम् अखण्डबिल्वपत्रं च आयुधं शिवपूजनम् कृतं नाम सहस्रेण एकबिल्वं शिवार्पणम् उमया सह देवेश नन्दिवाहनमेव च भस्मलेपन सर्वाङ्गम् एकबिल्वं शिवार्पणम् सालग्रामेषु विप्राणां तटाकं दशकूपयो यज्ञकोटिसहस्रश्च एकबिल्वं शिवार्पणम् दन्तिकोटिसहस्रेषु अश्वमेधशतक्रतौ कोटिकन्या महादानम् एकबिल्वं शिवार्पणम् बिल्वानां दर्शनं पुण्यं स्पर्शनं पापनाशनम् अघोरपापसंहारम् एकबिल्वं शिवार्पणम् सहस्रवेदपाठेषु ब्रह्मस्थापनमुच्यते अनेकव्रतकोटीनाम् एकबिल्वं शिवार्पणम् अन्नदानसहस्रेषु सहस्रोपनयनं तथा अनेकजन्मपापानि एकबिल्वं शिवार्पणम् बिल्बाष्टकमिदं पुण्यं यः पठेत् शिवसन्निधौ शिवलोकमवाप्नोति एकबिल्वं शिवार्पणम् एकबिल्वं शिवार्पणम् एकबिल्वं शिवार्पणम्
My name is Jay Stoller, and I'm happy to share with you today some rhythms on my African drum. This is a variation of a West African djembe drum, and this particular one I had made for me by my mentor in the country of Ghana. And in West African music, which is a subject that I've spent a lot of time studying and learning about, the drums are definitely used to communicate with people. The drums are used to bring the communities, to bring the villages together. And from my experiences that I've had over there, it was definitely extremely powerful to see when the drums start to play and the community all gathers together to be involved in a celebration for whatever reason, be it a birthday, a wedding, a harvest festival. The drums really bring the community together to celebrate these events. And I would like to just share some rhythms on my drum for you today.
Blair McAvoy, and I play the boron, which is an Irish drum. This one is made by a local drum maker named Chip Mulvaney. He custom built it for me, and you play it with a double-ended stick. There's another style of playing with where you play on the top end. I play the more traditional style, and I'm going to do a little song for you. Well, there's a little girl and her name's Mary Mac. Now make no mistake, she's a girl I'm gonna track. Well, there's lots of other fellas trying to get her on her back, but the thing that I'm taking up early. Mary Mac's father's making Mary Mac marry me. My father's making me marry Mary Mac. Well, I'm gonna marry Mary for my Mary to carry me. We'll all be feeling merry when I marry Mary Mac. This little lass, well, she got a lot of brass. Well, she got a lot of gas. Well, the things that I'm a gas, so I'd be a silly ass if I let the matter pass. Father says she's really fairly. Mary Mac's father's making Mary Mac marry me. My father's making me marry Mary Mac. Well, I'm gonna marry Mary for my Mary to carry me. We'll all be feeling merry when I marry Mary Mac. Wedding's on a Wednesday, everything's arranged. Well, soon the name will change mine unless I might be changed. With making all the arrangements and just about to arrange. Marriage is an awful undertaking. Mary Mac's father's making Mary Mac marry me. My father's making me marry Mary Mac. Well, I'm gonna marry Mary for my Mary to carry me. We'll all be feeling merry when I marry Mary Mac. Sure to be a grand affair, grander than a fair. Well, I'm gonna be a coach of bed for every pith is there. I will dine upon a finest fare. I'm sure to get my share. If I don't, I'll be very much mistaken. Mary Mac's father's making Mary Mac marry me. My father's making me marry Mary Mac. Gonna marry Mary for my Mary to carry me. We'll all be feeling merry when I marry Mary Mac. Mary Mac's father's making Mary Mac marry me. My father's making Mary Mac. Gonna marry Mary for my Mary to carry me. We'll all be feeling merry when I marry Mary Mac. Mary Mac's father's making Mary Mac marry me. My father's making Mary Mac. Gonna marry Mary for my Mary to carry me. We'll all be feeling merry when I marry Mary Mac.
Hi, my name is Emily, and this is a traditional instrument from China called guzheng. The song I will play is Nianwen. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.
Oh my goodness, such an incredible amount of energy and diversity and languages and dance and stories. That was so much fun. Hello, Maggie. Glad you can join us again here in between segments.
Yes.
I could
Yes,
see you were
I was
dancing a
so
little bit
much
at
fun.
home with that
I
one.
was dancing. This is so much fun. Wow, beautiful
Ah,
performances. Yeah, so glad
yes.
that we can be together and celebrate such a beautiful occasion. I don't know if you've heard of any other occasion bringing all our indigenous people together with other diverse communities in Canada together. Have you?
No, I think this is something that we've uniquely done here in Winnipeg, and certainly it's something
Mhm.
that we've done
Mhm.
with the White Buffalo Spiritual Society for many years now, and this is a continuance of the work that our elder Calvin Pompana has been doing for many decades, as have others in the community who have seen the importance of bringing people together, uniting it. The
Yeah.
teachings that we get from our indigenous wisdom keepers about the medicine wheel, about those four colors.
Yes.
You'll see those four colors in our
Yes.
studio: the
Mhm.
red, the black, the
Yes.
yellow, the white. They all take equal space. They all, stand together equally, and this is it's part of a teaching of how we are to see each other's nations and the different races as standing equally, none above the other, but together, and that's how the circle is strong.
That's right. So we're having fun, but we are still learning. Look at the many round dances we've had. We are celebrating Canada's cultural, ethnic, linguistic, geographical diversity, and we are creating a sense of pride and belonging. That makes me so happy. Oh boy. Well, thank you again to Eda
Ah.
Pompana. Yes, okay. Then thank you to the White Buffalo Spiritual Society. That's awesome. We should have more of this. Great.
Indeed. I know a great many of our performers and dancers and, even the technicians and the helpers on this were just thrilled to be invited to come together, to have a reason to want to create something that is beautiful, like a gift, an offering of
Yes.
the things that we've all practiced and loved and that give our hearts inspiration. And, with that, I want to just encourage people who are watching from home, please, share your comments with us. We see them, they pop up live, and we can actually receive questions for our elder Calvin, who's going to join us at the end of the programming. So if you're, curious about the ways in which this multicultural work is coming together, or, as we saw in the opening segment, those traditional medicines and some of the
Yes.
teachings of that chanupa, that pipe that was lifted up, that was a gift to the Lakota people from
Yes.
White Buffalo Calf Woman. Some of these stories are they're origin stories, they're inspiring stories, they're the stories that connect us to the stars and to life on Earth and to each other, and I just want to take a moment to acknowledge that it was also World Water Day. And for us as women who
Oh,
are
yes.
water carriers and life givers, it's incredible to me, Maggie, that we've come to this point in our human lives on this planet where,
Yes.
we have to actually consider doing things like giving bodies of water status as humans so that they can be protected. We should always be protecting water, but we
That's
live in
right.
a world now where these are
Yes.
things that we're having to do to connect people again to the rhythm of nature, to the cycles of the seasons. And I think that's part of why it just felt right to welcome spring together. I know even in my backdrop here, you see that there's still some snow because there's a little bit
Yeah.
somewhere, but we're wearing the bright colors of spring, you and I,
Yeah.
and that's what
That's
equinox
right.
is. It's bringing forth spring. So, for everyone who's joined us live from the YouTube and from the Facebook, please be encouraged that the segments that you might have missed by joining in later will all be available recorded afterwards from the White Buffalo Spiritual Society link at Facebook and the YouTube channel. So don't worry if you've missed some of the incredible array of beautiful offerings and performances. Let's we can get to some comments on screen. We could read a few. I think our technician could maybe even show us a few. It's encouraging to see people reaching out from home, and they're thrilled with what they see.
Yes. Yeah, Kristen, before we go on the third segment, I just want to shout out to our technicians. The amount of time and work they've put in at the studio to do all these recordings is just fabulous. So I'm saying thank you to them. Yeah, and you know what? I just want to touch on the Four Directions drum group. Did you see how they
Yes.
blended all the different, drums together to blend in? That's how we have to live, to blend in together with each other. So I say thank you to them too. Let's go on.
That was something, yes, that was something really special that we've done with our multicultural gatherings is we've asked drum keepers from the different nations to come
Yeah,
together and create a song. So in that first segment, Maggie, yes, we saw those four direction drummers with the Celtic
yes,
boran, the djembe of the
that's
African
right.
tribes, and
Uh-huh.
Phoebe with
Yeah,
her incredible
yeah,
taiko drum, that big beautiful
that's
drum
right.
of the
And
Asian
Coco,
descent, and Coco. Very
Coco,
famous
yes,
to us on the local
famous.
scene
Can't leave
here.
him out.
Coco Ray
Yes,
Stevens, Walking
yeah,
Wolf. He has his own singing group and drumming group, and
yes,
we've been hearing some of the big drums in the background too. There was a women's big drum that came and joined us. We have the sounds of the northern Wolf Ojibwe drummers, and just there's been such a collection of beautiful people.
that's
There's
right.
something else that's coming in this next segment, Maggie, that I'm particularly
Yes.
thrilled about. This
Uh-huh.
is something that has never happened before, and it's not only of significance to our Indigenous relatives, but to all of us as women and to all of us as daughters and mothers and family together. And that is, we have two very special dresses that are going to meet together for the first time and perform a dance. Now, in these recent months, many of us may have heard about a red dress movement, and we've seen that symbol of the red dress recently hung in windows and outdoors and in natural places to symbolize awareness for
Yes.
murdered and missing Indigenous men and
Missing
women.
that.
The red dress is for the women,
Yeah.
but we have someone who dances with a blue dress for the men and the sons. And those two dresses have never met before. And that was a special thing we were able to offer with this program. So that's one of the things that's coming up in this next segment. And
Yes. Yeah.
again, a huge
Point.
array
Yeah. Yeah.
of language and dance and
Yes.
stories. But
Yes.
I just wanted to lift some awareness around that. So, yeah.
Yes, that's right. All our missing and murdered, women and girls in Manitoba and all over across Canada. Yes, we really acknowledge them and our hearts are with them. Yeah. So, anyways, I just want to touch on this. I can't wait to see the hoop dancer. I love hoop dancing. Yeah, and I work in the North End at Hope Center Healthcare, if people know. And so I really work with most of our Indigenous family, sisters, brothers, and children, boys and girls. Each time I have an event, I will invite a hoop dancer to come and perform for us. So I can't wait to see the hoop dancer for today. And the blue and the red dress you touch on, that is awesome. We can wait. Let's go on now.
All right, let's bring on to the next segment.
kanin. Kanin mit makutus may kututan. Nung kumakabi ako sa may uwan, manuginis kita sa simuan. Mutasanis chapter naman ito ako yan yung sumistak sa nukumisa. Nugisa man ito. Kaya yun naman. Mano sa bibitit. Asing gina na mga gumawandi at tema. Katin sa bigay ito. Ngayon nang umawin kami sa nang buhay kasani siya. Si mami ko na ito ang ko bago na sinatawag ni si Kaltuat. Ngayon kumain sa pisahan, higitan tumiwan. Habis ini ko masih tes kagun, kawan yang at nuni cari sabus kota ni siwa. Sabus kaya uminok kumusina na kaya nakapal sinat. Ngayon tapos ni kanik koyok, sampai ni kamang sa sketchin yang takut itu magi mama nak. Mewe pangi yanin hebi uiche ano ma mana uce wani ke gacu wani ke ni boga asa kagina kanin kagina ketakki waktu mau caki. Aja kita makin tahu nama kami. Nian sa ini sentong guski ko ang rapitun sa tikko. Jadi tenem sa ikko mga kung sa senti sige gay ko gan magita ya sima. Bisa man ito mga kinaigas ko na. Bisa yan na ulit sa tumi ko na ma. Kasi na yan sa pagkain gituan, minikis gituan. May ganyan na minenta man ito. Pegas gituan gabit man is nabi mo. Igibig kinamit ni kinin ni misumas tao na nukong. No ay ako ikitat. Ewi ka jik tangina sa tunan sinabi mo. Ewi ka jik kano nang ginaw yan. Ang beso nung maninibo at gitenda ni kaskituan sa sinabi mo. Mitas ni chan sinabi yan milikis kaskituan na pawit siya ko. Kaya na bica basic tawinin tawa di sima na wagin nan semanat sangit aji China kami ko naman ang making nung sana sa unis no atong uski ko ka unis so ang benong ko yung katiban tamat ko yung tiba mituwato niya isingi gay ko yung makitaya sin at sana siya ni pumudin daw kita ka pa itago na nagsunong kanakachawat mo ko hindi mo sa mga utos katitis. Saya ni manu, segas kituan yanin, coba ni miana mga pagi. Medyo na senta meg, uwe ka masih tes kagwek. Mega ini maguta saya skamane gimini gue san, semana itu gimini coba cutuan, cicak ni canis nabe. Jinanan tawis kagot kienin tapat itu anggota sanan tawis kagon. Meo kienin tapena munutan lagi misut kisaman itu. Koi kienin sih mustean, koi ni janis nabe sih sekarang ukmak. Tapi ciken namang mei sekagot tean. Mitas sentik ketenin kisaman itu mana kita mangin isnamin itu mangayang akin. Waya manu tapunis kawan isno atanggo. Minggu ko yung gitnis na ko na anak. At kita makkamay na ko anes sino atas ni po bigote ni kung miyo ka biya siya. Ito siya na kita pena mula to na nagisa man ito kasawa niya minang. Tawa ni may sumisak nukumak. Una nantok ni kanata sukanak. Ito siya kinesa kagiti magitaw sa niya ni mano sinunta siya man ito. Kienin sa sawi ni met cuma ko na tawit. Mi watch the kiti sa man ito mi watch.
Bonjour. Mawanan kwe gaboy kwe ndizin kas. Gnuje do them. Hello. My name is Circle Cloud Woman. I am of the Fish Clan. My Christian name is Tracy Fiddler, and I am here to speak on this dress that I wear. It is a jingle dress that was gifted to me. It was gifted to me by the grandfathers and the grandmothers in the spirit world, that they came to me in a dream, or a vision if you wish to call it. And when I was presented with this dress, they came to me and said, "What about us?" And I didn't understand what they meant. They said, "No, what about us men, us boys? We have no representation. Our women are here. They're highly recognized, and our men are walking way down, further back in the road. So this is the dress you're going to make," they told me with a teaching, "so we can walk together and carry that balance." And this is the dress that I was presented, blue for the men and for the boys. This is the dress of broken hearts. These two hearts you see here, they're broken. When we first hear the news of our murdered or lost loved one, we let out that anguish. And that second day, when it hits us, that's when that heart, it breaks. We carry half a heart because our other heart is missing. These half hearts represent these men or these boys. This is the journey that they take in this spirit world, in this realm in the light blue. These ribbons, the red, the burgundy red, the bright red, the white, and the blue. The dark burgundy represents years or months that they have been missing or they have been gone. The red is a closer time period. The white is that spirit world. And the different shades of blue that my dress carries are the different stages of those children to men. So on. My cones here are hung on by a blue in the center. That is that man, that boy, that child. Beside it are white, represents that spirits that are around them. And the black, it represents that darkness that surrounds them. As you can see, it journeys down. These hearts, these are the missing. This is their spirits. When I dance, they're flying, they're loose, as well as here. And when we come down to the bottom of this dress, you see this red band. This is that love that carried that man, that child in this world. We carried them till we bring them home. Here, our heart is complete, but the scar you see is permanent. This legging, these leggings, this flower, that's that man's body. That is the love that kept it going. This butterfly, this white body is that man's spirit. These butterflies can only fly so high before the eagles come down to carry that spirit up. The eagles will carry it up to the thunderbirds, where it makes its final journey. And each and every time I wear this dress, the prayers are said for all families of the men, our murdered men, our missing children, our missing men, our boys. This dress I've carried for 6 years now, so it's relatively new. And I want to say thank you. So when you see this dress, remember, my prayers are with you. And may you find that closure you seek and the strength that you need. Any questions?
Hello everyone, my name is Klein. I am an Indigenous hoop dancer, and I'm going to demonstrate what I was raised to do. This is a hoop dance. I have 18 hoops, and those 18 hoops, they all tell a story about, mostly to my family, but they also tell us many stories. It's a healing dance as well. A long time ago, these hoops were as a healing power. When a person would get sick or lost in life, the hoop dancer would dance for that person. And when that dancer is dancing, he would spin. He would collect all those bad energy or the sickness into the hoops. And for that sickness to go away, the hoop dancer always passed it through his body. And when he makes his designs, he's using things in nature, such as the animals or the trees, or even the wind that you don't even see. And what he's doing, he's asking those spirits, because those spirits have a healing gift in them, a healing spirit. So we ask if we can use their healing spirit so that we can use it to heal our people. So every time he makes a design, he's spreading that healing power to those people. And at the same time, he's collecting that sickness. So my 18 hoops, they represent, like I said, mostly my family, but they belong to their names and also clans that they belong to. So I'm going to tell you some of the designs that you're going to see. You might see an eagle. You might see where a caterpillar will change into a butterfly, and that butterfly will land on a flower. You might even see a spider, Or you might even see which we call a whirlwind. You guys call it a tornado. Or even a bear that's on all fours and he stands up and he walks on his back two paws, which is a walking bear. But there's other designs I didn't say because I want you guys to see for yourself and see if you can actually see other animals or things in nature that I didn't mention. So without further ado, this is the hoop dance.
ní ìgbà kan ní ìlú èdè Nàìjíríà, pàápàá ní ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, àwọn àgbààgbà wọ́n máa ń sọ ìtàn fún àwọn ọmọdé. Tílẹ̀ bá ti ṣú, ẹ̀rí àgbà tó jókòó sí orí àga bí eléyìí, àwọn ọmọdé á jókòó sórí ẹní àbí wọ́n á jókòó sórí ilẹ̀ẹ́lẹ̀. Àwọn àgbà wọ́n á máa sọ oríṣiríṣi ìtàn fún wọn. Kí ni ìdí tí a fi ń sọ ìtàn? Ìtàn jẹ́ nǹkan tí ó máa ń kọ́ wa ní ẹ̀kọ́, tó dẹ̀ máa ń jẹ́ kí a rántí àwọn nǹkan tó jẹ́ bí àṣà tó jẹ́ ti ìbílẹ̀. Wọ́n fẹ́ sọ ìtàn kékeré kan lénìí, ìtàn ehoro pẹ̀lú àjàpá. Mo lérò pé ẹ ti gbọ́ ìtàn yìí rí, ṣùgbọ́n lénìí à á gbọ́ ní ọ̀nà míì. Láyé ìgbà kan, kò sí oúnjẹ nílùú. Ẹni tó bá kọ́kọ́ dédi oúnjẹ ló ń rí jẹ. Ṣẹ̀dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé ehoro máa ń sáré gan. Ehoro á ti débẹ̀ á ti jẹun. Nígbà tí ìjàpá bá máa débẹ̀, àwọn àṣàkù ló máa kù ńbẹ̀. Kò ní rí oúnjẹ gidi jẹ. Kíní yìí ó ṣáà ń ṣẹlẹ̀ léraléra. Níjọ́ kan àwọn ìjàpá bá pe ehoro pé báwo ló ṣe jẹ́ pé ìwọ nìkan ni òun rí oúnjẹ jẹ? Ehoro onígbéraga ó ní ẹni tó bá yára náà ló dé rí oúnjẹ jẹ. Ó dẹ̀ jọ́ kó máa fi díẹ̀ sílẹ̀ fún wa. Ehoro bá sọ fún ìjàpá pé àwọn láti ní eré ìje, ìdíje láti wà. Irú ìdíje wo nìyí o? Ehoro bá sọ pé àwọn máa sá eré. Ẹni tó bá kọ́kọ́ dé ibi àmì, òun ni ẹni tí ó máa rí oúnjẹ jẹ kíá. Nígbà tó bá yá, òun ló máa jẹ́ aṣáájú. Kódà àjàpá ro kíní yìí délẹ̀. Ó ní kò sí ṣíṣe kò sáìṣe, à á sáré. Ó bá di ọjọ́ eré sísá. Ehoro ti ṣáájú gbogbo èèyàn dé ibi tí wọ́n máa ti sáré. Ìjàpá sún díẹ̀. Nígbà tí wọ́n máa fi débẹ̀, erin ni ó máa sọ fún wọn nígbà tí ìdíje yẹn máa bẹ̀rẹ̀. Lẹ́rìn ó bá fọ́n fèrè. Lérè bá bẹ̀rẹ̀. Ehoro ti sá lọ. Nígbà tó máa bojú ẹ̀yìn, kò rí àjàpá. Ẹ máa sinmi díẹ̀ jàre. Ló bá sinmi. Nígbà tó máa jí, lórí ìjàpá tó kọjá lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ òun pé báwo lélẹ́yìí ṣe ṣẹlẹ̀? Ló bá tún bẹ́. Ó bá tún bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí sáré. Ìgbà tó yá, ó tún ní òun máa tún rọra sùn díẹ̀. Nígbà tó máa jí, ó tún rí tí ìjàpá tó tún kọjá. Báwo lélẹ́yìí ṣe ṣẹlẹ̀? Ló bá tún dìde. Ehoro bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí sá eré. Eléyìí ṣẹlẹ̀ ní ẹ̀ẹ̀mẹ́ta. Ṣùgbọ́n ní ẹ̀kẹta, ehoro ti fẹ́ dé àmì. Ni ó bá ní òun máa sùn dáadáa kóun gbádùn, torí kò sí bí ìjàpá ṣe lè wá kọjá òun lọ́tẹ̀ yìí. Kò pẹ́ ni ehoro bá tún jí o. Nígbà tó máa jí, ó rí pé àjàpá ti dé ojú àmì. Ni ehoro bá dìde, ó fò sókè, ó bá sá eré. Ṣùgbọ́n ìjàpá ti kọjá ojú àmì. Ní gbogbo àwọn ẹranko tó kù bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí pàtẹ́wọ́ fún ìjàpá pé ó ti yege. Ehoro bá sá. Nígbà tí ó máa fi débẹ̀, àjàpá báwo ló bá rí gbogbo àwọn àjàpá kéékèèké bí wọ́n ṣe jọra wọn ní gbogbo wọn ni wọ́n bá ń kíra wọn pé ayege. Ehoro ló bá dákú sílẹ̀. Nígbà tó máa jí, àwọn àjàpá wọ́n ti rí pé àwọn ti borí. Ṣùgbọ́n ehoro bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí sunkún. Àwọn àjàpá wọ́n mà lójú àánú o. Ní gbogbo wọn bá lọ bá ehoro pẹ̀lú ọwọ́ wọn kúkúrú bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ṣe gbọ́wọ́ lé léjìká tí wọ́n sọ fún pé kò tó yẹn bí wọ́n ṣe gba ehoro sáàrin wọn nìyẹn. Láti gbà yẹn gbogbo àwọn ẹranko pátá ló bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí rí oúnjẹ jẹ, àlàáfíà wá dé sí àárín gbogbo ìlú. Ìtàn tí ó wà ńbẹ̀ ni pé ẹni tó bá ní ìgbéraga pé òun lè dá ṣe, ibi tó máa ti bára ẹ̀ òun ló máa fojú ẹ̀ kó. Ṣùgbọ́n àwọn tó bá fọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀ tí wọ́n ṣiṣẹ́ papọ̀, àwọn ló máa ń mú kí adùn kí ó wá sí àárín ìlú, kí gbogbo èèyàn rí oúnjẹ jẹ, kó mí wà, kí gbádùn wà. Bí ó ṣe yẹ ká máa gbé papọ̀ nìyẹn o. Tó, ìtàn mi ò jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ o. Ẹ ṣeun.
Hello, everyone at home. Stand up and join me. We're going to do the freestyle Panlogo style. All right, over here, please, everyone. Close your feet first together, and now hold your hips. Very good. Now bounce your knees like that. Oh yeah. Now give me 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7 again, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 arms. 1, 2, 3, 4 left and 1, 2, 3, 4 right and 1, 2, 3, 4 left and 1, 2, 3, 4. Give it up to yourself. Oh yeah, very good. Now we continue with turning. Everyone hold your left hip like Mr. Kofi. Your right foot forward and your right finger out there. Now we tap with the right foot. And we're all going counter clockwise, and it's 8 counts. Keep on tapping, tap 8, go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bounce for me one more time. 3, 4, and bend down. 2, 3, 4. Arms forward. And now open your arms and go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, also 8, 6, 7, up there, and like that, 3, 4, very good, reverse, and like that, like that, like that, very good, and bounce like that for me, again, bounce like that for me, again, bounce like that for me, and go down, aha, and aha, and aha, and now turn for me. Come on. And 3, 4, 5, 6. Reverse. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Very good. And then wave like a tree. Wave and down. And wave and down. And wave and down. And wave and down. Yes. Showtime. Everyone, let's begin. And
my gosh. Did we ever need that movement? Did we ever need that beautiful dance and stretch after these couple of hours that we've been together? Wow. Thanks to our friends, to our friend Evans Coffee Man. What a wonderful way to bring us into this point. Hello, Maggie. I could see you dancing at home.
Yes.
Yes,
I have
eh?
danced with
Oh.
Evans on so many occasions. He is my instructor for dancing. Yeah.
Oh, yes. And, just during this last segment that we've had, it just was so encouraging to see people check in online. We saw folks say hello from Germany and from British Columbia, from down in New York, and all the way in Ontario, next door in Ontario. And, I'm sure there are so many more who've been tuning in. And we will have all of these segments available as something that you can watch afterwards too. So if you've been loving what you see today, if you saw your family dancing up there, friends, if you're just inspired, someone just said, it's mesmerizing, it's unforgettable. I'm just reading these comments here. This is the optimistic spirit of community and of togetherness and of embracing and celebrating the diversity and our connections together. You can share this when it's all been broadcast, but there's something, Maggie, that's so special. I know you and I, when we've hosted these events, we get to hear firsthand that heartbeat of the drums, the shared language of the dance and the storytelling that goes beyond anyone's original languages and is in fact maybe the original language. When people got together and they didn't know their languages, the one thing that they could share together, laughter, music, the drum beat, and the dancing, the storytelling. So I hope people have felt a little bit of that spirit today. I know I sure have watching.
Yes, yes, yeah. And it's very amazing. I just want to touch on Tracy Fiddler. I know she's one of us, she's one of the organizers, and we've been with her on several times for meetings. But I'm so touched. It's remarkable the way she described the blue and red dress, how it was given to her, and what they mean. Oh my goodness, my heart goes out for the broken hearts. And it's so beautiful that at the end, she shows the full heart shape, but still with hurt and pain inside. Oh my goodness. How do we take action on this? How do we say, please let it stop? We don't want to lose any more of our sisters or our girls. Yeah, we want justice and we want peace. And just like Tracy said, uh, uh, looking at how the dress was given to her. See, when you see dresses worn like that and performances being done, you never think of all this that goes in the vision, how it was brought to her before she made this, and the prayer that she said for this missing and murdered, women and girls, and yes, some of our men as well. I am so touched. Thank you so much, Tracy. It's great to be on this event today. Thank you. Okay, Christine, there you go.
Yes, we heard incredible prayers from Gail and from Tracy. The red dress and the blue dress, the men's dress and the women's dress, and from so many others today too. It's really been a joy. One thing as we get ready to wrap up this incredible multicultural gathering is we have the live draw. We said that we were going to give a draw, and for the almost 300 people who registered with us on Eventbrite, we put all of the names into a giant tumbler, and we are going to draw a name. And Maggie, remind us again a little bit about our artist friend, and his incredible sculpture that was made for this event.
Yes. So this was specially made for this event. It's a beautiful soapstone piece carved by Michael Mini Eagles. Thank you, Michael. And here we go. Let's see who is going to be the winner for this incredible craft that has been
All
crafted
right.
for. Yeah.
If you're listening at home, this is the part where you get to participate and drum your fingers on the table and make a drum roll for us, please. Everyone drumming at home. All right. And helpers here in studio, do we have a winner? Fiona. Fiona,
Wow.
you have won the voucher today, and you have won the one-of-a-kind original soapstone carving. Fiona, the organizers will reach out to you after the event today and send you an email. So we hope you're tuning in, but if you have decided to check out the broadcasting afterwards, you'll still know that you were the recipient today. So
Winner. Yes. Yeah.
it looks, Maggie, like we've not been able to connect with our elder Calvin Pompana today, who's watching live from home. Hi, Calvin. Hi, Suzanne. You know,
Hi,
it's
Elder
in this
Pompana.
format. It's in this format now that so many of us have come to participate in things. You know, the idea that we can connect with this technology and that we can do these things to stay safe and to still connect, to still do the things that inspire us so much. And I'm grateful, Maggie, that you're able to join the studio here from your home.
Yes.
And, to everyone else who's watching at home, I know a lot of our dancers, Tracy and different other dancers and some of the organizers, Melissa, her family, there was a lot of good hearts and good people. And, J Squared, our camera guys, they were up until the dawn preparing all of this stuff for us, and our in-house technicians too. So, oh my gosh, it's been a beautiful day. And as we mentioned at the opening of this, Maggie, I can't think of a better way to have acknowledged the International Day for the Elimination of Discrimination and Racism, and to acknowledge the World Water Day, and even through the poetry and the art and what we've shared, it's been very optimistic, and I'm really looking forward to spring now.
That's right. Me too. Yeah. So before we end, I just want to remind everyone, anytime you see a dancer with different colors of dress they are wearing, remember Tracy telling us that she has been praying for the closure that you seek and also for the strength that you need to go on. Our hearts are with you. We thank everyone who said a prayer. And also from the beginning, we thank Elder Pompana. I'm going to leave the vote of thanks for Christian. So, Christian, take it away from me. We have one more, right? Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. So once again, thank you, everyone. And, our thanks to Calvin, our elder at home, who had the vision to drive us all to do this gathering together. And though it's unusual that we would do this virtual, we hope that you've had a bit of a feeling today of what it's like when we come together in powwow. One of the things that I remember Calvin telling me many years ago was that, he gave to me that understanding that powwow was the way that they would invite people to talk about where they're from, to share the joy in their connection to the geography, the land, the nature, the family, the cultural connection that we each carry. And I'm grateful to have the live culture, the living culture that is passed on to us from our Indigenous relatives and from our different other cultures that are here, that have very alive, very real and potent connection to their culture. And for some of us, I'll speak for people like myself whose ancestry is the old Europa. It's a lot of work for us to do to try to remember those connections. Many of us have connections that were severed through trauma, through years of colonization, and through different other types of things. But we can come together and be in this place in Canada and here at Turtle Island. We can come together and bring back these traditions, relearn them, share them, and be a part of a new tapestry, be a part of a new fabric of community. And that is really, I think, part of the essence of what White Buffalo Spiritual Society is encouraging through these multicultural gatherings. So with that, I think we will.
And Tracy, we still have Dr. and Dr. Dakshinamorti, right? To come up with the
Yes,
last
we're going to
prayer
close
of
with a
this
prayer.
Yes.
There's been some things that have happened today in the different segments that are very ancient teachings. I know the one dance that was presented by Manohar, that was from a 2,500-year-old story. So as you said, Maggie, about when we see dancers and we notice their colors, I mean, some of these stories, some of the, to hear the Yoruba language spoken and that tale of the tortoise and the hare, some of these things are so ancient and they've been passed on to us through generations. The way that our Indigenous family talks about coming from the stars, or the way that our Celtic family know about the tales of the egg and the serpent, these different things. These ancient traditions can still be very much alive today. So it's closing with an ancient language, Sanskrit, that we will leave all our viewers. And we invite you again to find us on Facebook, to follow this channel, and we will look to bring you more live events in future.
Yes.
Thank you.
My name is Dakshinamorti. And mine is Ganga Dakshinamorti. We both are going to be saying the prayer for peace and wellness, the prayer in a Hindu prayer in the language, ancient language Sanskrit. The meaning of that prayer, it is Shanti Mantram. Lead me from untruth to truth. Lead me from darkness to light. Lead me from mortality to immortality. Let us be together. Let us eat together. Let us do great deeds together. Without light, there is darkness. May there be happiness for all. May there be peace for all. May there be completeness in all. May there be success in all. May there be wellness for all. Peace, peace, peace. So, Shanti Mantram, language Sanskrit. Yeah. Asato ma satgamaya, tamaso ma jyotirgamaya, mrityor ma amritam gamaya, sahana bhavatu, sahanau bhunaktu, sahaviryam karavavahai, tejasvinavati tamastu, ma vidvishavahai. Sarvesam swastir bhavatu, sarvesam shantir bhavatu, sarvesam purnam bhavatu, sarvesam mangalam bhavatu, lokam samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.